Alright, so this doesn't have to be a very long show.
I just gotta get some content for the people.
Something out there.
Shit!
Because it's been legitimately 3 weeks.
It's been way too long.
Yeah.
You know what? We miss y'all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we do. It's been very lonely. Very bored.
Man, I've been busy. But...
Yeah, been very busy 3 weeks now, think about it. Sorry. Alright, ready?
Yep.
Alright. Hey, welcome back to
Two Cooks,
One Server. Without a server today, Logan unfortunately cannot join us. She's a little busy at the moment. She has a new work schedule set up. And, yeah, actually, by the way, sorry we haven't been filming much content lately. We have also been facing some crazy schedule conflictions and a lot of other shit.
Life sucks.
A lot of life shit. Mm-hmm.
It's mostly life shit.
Most of life shit, yeah. But, hey, please, though, take a minute to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, future content notification. And, yeah, welcome back, guys.
And hopefully soon we'll be back on, like, a regular schedule to put out content on a regular weekly basis and maybe bi-weekly.
Had some shit happen, yeah.
It's just been craziness. Yeah.
But we've been giving you guys shorts.
I mean, we were trying to give y'all something.
Something, yeah. Something regularly. But,
yeah. It really sucks because I'm literally living at my parents' house. I have not lived with my parents since I was like, it's been years. It's been at least over 12 years since I lived with my parents. Not like visiting, but like, actually like this is actually living. Like, mind you, it's only 3 weeks, but
still,
it's a different change. Like,
living with your parents is it's different. You gotta switch your routine up just a little bit.
And then I gotta be more cleanly. Like, mind you, like I plan on being more cleanly anyway. But it was like, I gotta make my bed every day.
There's a new incentive.
I literally have to make my bed every day. Like, I'm 33 years old. Like, what?
Wait, you don't just make your bed automatically?
Hold on, you make your bed every day?
Every day.
Shut the fuck up.
I wake up and just do it.
Oh my god. All right, maybe I'm the weird one here. I never make my bed.
It took me a second to click. I'm like, wait, doesn't he just regularly make his bed? At first, I'm like, did your parents like bust in and like drill sergeant inspect your bed or something?
No. Like, I know, like, my stepmom is like really particular about stuff being clean and stuff. Like, she wants you after you clean the bathroom or after you take a shower, you got to spray the bathroom or the bathtub and the shower with bleach just so it doesn't get rings, which is actually a smart as fucking idea.
That's a pretty smart idea.
Like, I never even thought about before, and like I'm actually going to take.
You're not scrubbing. No more scrubbing.
You don't have to worry about any of the shit stains and stuff. I'm like, that's actually genius. That's a really good idea.
I'm not gonna lie. When I get really lazy to clean the bathroom, I just spray a shit ton of bleach and like the window open and just let it just vent. And then, like, an hour later, come back and spray it down with, like, the hose from the faucet. That's it.
True.
Yep. If I'm lazy. But doing it, like, after every shower, that makes a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah, it's really quick.
There's already water coming out the tiles or the, like, walls of the shower and shit, so it just funnel it right down to the drain. Yeah. But it'd be annoying doing that every time.
I mean, it's really not that bad. It's like literally a 30-second thing.
True.
It's just really remembering to do it. That is one thing. But like the way she has it, she has a bleach bottle like literally above the toilet. So
is
like, right when
straight
you get out,
bleach or like a little water in there?
I want to say it's bleach and something else. There's like it's not
ammonia.
Yeah, it's like it's Clorox spray, but it has like some other chemical with it also.
Gotcha.
But that's just strong as fuck. Like when you leave the bathroom, like it's straight bleachy.
Yeah, that's the part I don't want. I just got clean. That's my bleach.
You don't, but the bathroom does.
True.
Whatever. I'm totally taking this shit. Like,
that's
and I got my own bathroom and like so. Like,
that's gonna be nice. Yeah.
I don't have to worry about anybody else. Yeah, taking that shit.
Hell yeah. Yeah, you should. Yeah, it's your apartment.
Right.
Very nice.
So, what we got topics for this week?
We got some good stuff. A little political, but it follows through with us. You ever hear this thing called "Let's Go Brandon," ladies and gentlemen? Let's Go Brandon.
I just found out today.
Like 95 minutes ago?
Like not even 5 minutes ago.
I've been sharing memes like a madman about this, but "Let's Go Brandon." So like,
honestly, I've never seen the memes.
You've never seen
No, I shit you not. I've never seen the fucking memes. Like then normally that's how I figure out stuff. Like what's going on in the world.
It's a pretty good indicator for news, yeah. If, like they made memes about it, it's gotta be somewhat important or funny
or something.
Yeah. But yeah, so like a NASCAR driver won Talladega 500, and news reporters interviewing him about like, how'd you do it? How'd you thinking? Basic interview questions. In the background, you hear the crowd unanimously go, "F Joe Biden," dun, 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 and they do it over and over again. News reporter plays it off like, "Yeah, let's go Brandon." They're shouting, "Let's go Brandon."
Mind you, it's CNN also.
Yeah,
that's
CNN.
why.
Mm-hmm. But if you listen to it, it's clear as day, F Joe Biden, and they're just playing it off, and it's just really, really funny.
That's because Joe Biden's administration has been doing pretty shit since they got into office.
Not very fast. But Francis, what president fucking has last 20 years? Like,
I'll say
everyday
he
people.
probably has the worst first year of any president.
They say that about everyone, though.
No.
It's just a bad scene.
Because, like, even Trump, when he came in, he had an idea of what to do. And, like, he did his executive orders. He came in and he did a lot of shit.
Trump did say for like 20 years what he was going to do if he became president. He did have a solid consensus plan. I'll say that.
Even Obama had... Fucking Bush had, like, it was crazy. Like,
Bush was grandfathered in.
He was, but like, they all had plans when they first got in. It seemed like most of the plan for Biden is
coloring books.
Yeah, just hope it goes away. Like that's what it seems like.
Remember when they made a stage just to show him getting the injection for the vaccine?
Yeah,
and so it was like they're making a stage just. It's literally a staged event. It's not like he's actually getting a vaccine. It's just it's a joke. That's really what it is. It's one giant joke.
Yeah, so that's what we're talking about this. With the whole mandates.
Dude, that's going to fuck a lot of people up. Because a lot of people don't want to get the vaccine because it just seems like a really fishy thing. Vaccines in general are very smart. They have a good, solid purpose to them. They make sense. This particular one, with all the power grab in the government lately and how suspicious it all just came up. I get it's been heavily researched, but a lot of people just don't want to get it yet. Not only because of the government suspicions, but also what the fuck the long-term side effects of this thing.
And the fact that you're forcing this on everybody.
Like, everyone unanimously has to get this thing.
Has to get this. Like, that seems a little fishy on y'all part.
A little fishy.
If your vaccine worked as well as it fucking you say it does,
they wouldn't worry about it, no.
I don't think everybody needs to get it if they don't need to.
And plus, here's the thing. If you get a vaccine for something, you just don't get the virus. You do not get if you get the polio vaccine, you do not get polio. You just don't. There are people who have gotten the vaccine and still get fucking COVID afterwards. Not like immediately, but it's like a couple weeks down the line or something. They still get it, or very similar symptoms.
Now we got boosters. Like,
bro. Now I get it. A lot of research has gone into this thing just because of the public demand for it. I get it, but I get these very similar gut feelings when something's bad about to happen to me. I don't know what it is. Like right before, like I have stomach problems, or I get called in on my day off, on the only day off in a week. Like, I wake up and I'm like, something bad's about to happen. And, like, 30 minutes later, I get a phone call. Or, like...
No, I get that same fucking feeling.
Yeah. And then I see everything on the news about these damn mandates, and I get the same gut feeling. And I just do not trust it. And then they're forcing it upon you, which just raises more red flags. Plus, you look back at history, the people who have always forced something upon someone have never been the good guys. Never. Not once.
Well, the United States aren't good guys. That's crazy talk.
According to Native Americans, they're the best at guys, but like I don't trust the best at guys apparently. But,
bro, I'm not getting this shit. I don't give a fuck with anybody.
Here's the real fucked up part. As restaurant workers, we actually work in a place with over 100 employees. Therefore, everyone has to fucking get it. What the hell do you think is going to happen to us?
Bro, if I gotta go get on a job, I will until that shit's up.
I can foresee people not paying money for fake IDs but for fake COVID cards. I could definitely see that coming up. 110%. Because people just do not trust the damn thing for whatever the reasons are, or they just don't want to be forced something upon them, so they're just going to do whatever the fuck they can. And people who are vaccinated, who have no real problem with this COVID virus, should not have a problem with it. And the people who really only have a concern with people claiming they're vaccinated are, say, people who have, like, gone chemotherapy, and they literally cannot get the vaccine, otherwise it might literally kill them because their immune system is shit. Or, yeah, pretty much something along those lines. But let's be honest, you're not going out in public if you're going under a shit ton of chemo. You're basically going from the hospital to home, and that's it. For the most part.
Yeah, if Darwinism wasn't fucking real, then we wouldn't have to worry about this. Like,
well, I think Darwinism trying to be real. I think that's the thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's never, like, super healthy people who are, like, dying from this. It's always someone who has an autoimmune deficiency or elderly, or someone who could have gotten knocked out by the common cold, could have gotten knocked out by COVID, technically. And my number's a little off on that. I know people are going to bring me in the comments, but
all right.
That's what the fuck it is.
One of my, all right, they say that old people and people like all these deficiencies are most likely susceptible to COVID. But then, like, they say don't give it to kids that are under the age of like 7 or some shit,
who are like a much lower risk of even getting the virus.
Yeah, and they have like the lowest immune system because they have less like pathogens that went through them or whatever. Like, wouldn't you think they would be more susceptible to fucking this super virus? No, like that's just crazy to me. Like.
Well, I think kids today. If it was like kids back when we were kids playing in mud and dirt and drinking out of the garden hose and all sorts of, like, staying outside till, like, the streetlights came on kind of thing. Yeah. I feel like this would be a thing. I feel like our immune systems were much stronger back then because we were just exposed to so many new germs.
Just because our parents didn't love us.
No,
they totally loved us. They totally did.
To let us experience life. Like, I remember every time it would rain in my neighborhood, I would just run around the fucking rain in, like, drains and, like, splashing stuff around like a little kid. Like, all the neighbor kids did it. We were kind of worried about getting sick a little bit, but at the same time, we came home and took a shower, so it was no problem.
Like when I was a kid and if I was playing outside, we just found the nearest shelter, I'd bunker down until the rain just stopped.
Oh, no, dude. Dude, my group was a little different. We would actually go to the local school, because the neighborhood I lived in, it was a school, like, right in the same neighborhood, so we would just go to the baseball field and just play in the ball diamond mud.
What the fuck?
Yeah, we would, like, try and get as much of the mud, because it's stuff's like clay. So but the top layer is kind of like silty, so we would, like, make, like, sculptures and, like, mud pits out of it. Yeah, I feel like this COVID thing would not fly back then because everyone's like, this kid just ate mud. He's been sitting in mud for 20 minutes that people have, like, sweat and peed and blood in for years, and he's totally
kids not eat mud anymore?
I guess not. I guess someone has stopped that somewhere along the line.
I don't know why. Like,
I think that's where the world went to hell.
Yeah, let your kids eat mud.
Let kids eat mud. Yeah. It's not going to kill them right away, and I'm sure the smart ones won't actually swallow it.
Not if they don't eat a lot.
Yeah.
And it's not disease infested.
It's not. I'm going to put it this way. It's like the same thing with an Easy Bake Oven. When they had to put a warning label on an oven to kids not to put their hands in it, only the dumb ones did that.
Yeah, I felt like we all did that at one point.
I didn't.
Hold on, what?
I never put my hand. I never put my hand in a fucking oven. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, it's not an oven per se, but it's an oven.
It makes cookies. That's an oven, all right?
It does make cookies.
It makes cookies.
It gets hot enough.
That thing would get to 400 degrees. Like...
Yeah, I need to look that shit up, like, because I don't feel like it got that fucking hot.
I'm sure you could. I'm sure those earlier ones could. Like in the 80s when it first came out, I'm sure that thing could make pottery.
Because my sister had one. And I know, like, I had a science set, like, I got as a kid. Like this whole little...
like the creepy crawly gummy one thing? Yeah, I had that shit too, yeah.
I had that. Like, I felt like I was balls. And then my sister had the Easy Bake, and I was like, bro...
That's much better.
I want that. I want that so bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But then again, you have to buy more batter for it.
Yeah, that's why you literally use what's in it, the whole thing, and then it's gone.
Yeah.
Like, you never use that shit again. Just like the fucking creepy crawlers. Like, I never rebought, like, the supplies for that.
That was a one and done thing.
That, the Geo-Rocks.
Oh, I've got the Geo-Rocks.
Fucking, all those Smithsonian, like
Yep.
starter fucking kits for science kids and shit. Yeah, I had all that.
Not like the chemistry set things. Oh, the chemistry.
I had that one too. Yeah, and the fucking the
Mix all the chemicals in the back.
the one with the microscope.
Yep.
I had one like a fucking microscope at home. I had all kinds of crazy cool shit. Like now, I'm thinking my parents really did love me. They thought I was going to be a fucking scientist.
They give you all sorts of things.
Yeah.
Let's just throw whatever. Something's gonna stick.
Yeah, something's gonna stick.
Who was inspired somehow.
And I did not go with science at all. I wanted that easy bake oven. Just wanted to cook at an early age.
Put armament in there. He must die.
I forgot all about that.
Putting armament and stuff.
Yeah, like just
fun.
melting armament.
Yeah.
You ever take a fucking magnifying glass?
Magnifying glass.
Yeah.
The death ray.
I honestly never did it, but I always wanted to, or I tried to do it because of Toy Story.
Oh yeah,
like,
Sid.
Sid, like doing that shit. Like, I tried it like one time and it didn't fucking work, and I was mad.
I was the kid with the firecrackers. My grandparents moved to Florida when I was like 9 or something, or 8, I think. Whatever, I was really fucking young. And whenever they drive back up from Florida, they would stop off at South Carolina's, like, south of the border. That's where you get, like, the best fireworks, at least back then. Now it's all snakes and sparklers and shit. But back then, they got, each of my brothers and I, a 500 pack of Black Cat firecrackers. Like, the thing is like a book, basically, just full of firecrackers. And they got us for those things one time, and my mom was like, you fucking did it. And they got us matches, too. Not lighters, matches. So we had a lot of fun with those things. And we would just, of course, army men. We lived by the beach at the time, so we would just go to the beach and like tie like a fuck ton of these things together and just blow shit up in the sand. It was fun. Yeah, and we and we all have our fingers now too. Amazing, because we realized that explosives and fingers don't mix. So make sure to light the green fuse, not the white ones. Unless you're really fast.
Fucking Sid, I'm telling you.
We were always safe. No one ever really got hurt. Except the one time...
I don't feel like Sid got hurt until fucking Buzz Lightyear fucking wanted to murder him.
Yeah, until the dolls became sentient and came alive and tried to murder him.
Fucking...
That nightmare was really...
That was really fucked up.
Oh, God. There's this one kid in my neighborhood. We would find, like, dog poop, and we would never, like, try and light it on fire, like, put firecrackers in there, because we would know it's just going to get all over you.
Yeah.
But one kid, he was like, let me get some firecrackers, Steve. I'm like, what are you going to do with them? Because at the same time, I don't want to just give someone a random idiot, like, firecrackers. So what are you going to do? I was like, I'm going to do some stuff with them. Like, what?
What is stuff?
What is stuff? Corbin, what is stuff? I need to know, all right? I need to know. And he was like, see that dog poop over there? And I was like, you're not going to do that. It's like, no, I'm not. Yeah, I'm going to. At the same time, I was like, this kid's going to learn eventually. I might as well give the... He literally just blew himself with dog poo all over him. It was a big pile, too. And he literally lit it and stuck it in. And then a second later, all over him. He must have been like 10 years old. He cried and like ran to his parents. And I'm like, don't say a word. Say you fell. Say you fell. He told his parents right away. Goddamn.
Did they tell your parents?
Yeah, what the fuck are they gonna do? My mom knew we had firecrackers, and she didn't know we were hiding them. And my grandparents, we were just calling my grandparents. So like, they took them. My mom took them again, and hang up and call my mom. You give those back. They're a present from us to them. They're gonna have fun with them. And then we get them back.
Yeah, at least your parents are cool about it.
Well, my grandparents or my mom was not that cool about it. She hated this idea. But at the same time, my grandparents with him with like the old. We did so much more dangerous shit than that when we were kids, all right?
I felt like every generation says that at this point.
Well, it's
like,
true, dude.
Yeah, it
Just
really
think about
is.
it. Like, when my grandparents growing up, it was like the Great Depression times. So they got really creative with how they had fun if they weren't trying to work and support their families at 7 years old. Times have changed. Times have changed.
Labor laws.
Child labor laws. Yeah, they did break some of those.
So, that shit didn't come around until like the 30s, right?
Child labor laws? I know in England it happened like 1880 something, I believe.
I know we're always late on everything.
We are late on everything, yeah.
Like, we're the last fucking country to stop slavery.
No, I
Oh,
still
the free world.
Some countries still have it, unfortunately.
I'm talking about the free world.
Free world, yeah. One of the last ones. Hope to God we weren't like dead last.
I'm pretty positive we're the last one. Like, it's really shitty. Like, we're like, yeah, like India stopped before us. And India's a pretty shitty place.
Technically, that's England.
Yeah.
Because England owned India until about, 100 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
They occupied the shit out of that place. And Ireland. And a lot of other countries. That's why a lot of African countries speak English and French. So anyway, not getting imperialism here. So,
all right, back to us getting this fucking vaccine, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't want to get it. I honestly don't. I have, again, I'll say this again. Vaccines, 99.9% of the time, highly recommend it. I have vaccines that I got when I was like 20 because there was like the HEV one. There was like this one that was used for like cervical cancer prevention in girls, but it could also be given to guys if they're under the age of like 9 or the age between 17 to like 21. And I was like 20 and like some change. And my doctor was like, "You're getting this thing." And I'm like, "What's it do?" "Prevents prostate cancer in men." Getting it. And I got that one. And it was like not really experimental. It was around for like 10, 15 years, but still I got that one. I've gotten many vaccines. I am pro-vaccine. This one in particular one, super sketchy. Super sketchy.
Have you ever had a vaccine that had to take 3 parts?
Actually, yeah, I had to take live ones too.
Live ones?
It was like a tablet, but it contained dead virus. It was refrigerated, yeah. And I had to go, when I went to the Philippines, I had to take that one.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So yeah, we're vaccinated. On
yeah,
a
I was
lot
in
of
the army.
shit.
Like, I got fucking shot up that fucking...
Yeah, you're good on anthrax. Like,
there were so many shots.
We
Like,
believe in
it's
vaccines.
literally a week, like, or I would say 3 days, where you just get shots for like 3 days straight. So I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm good on all my vaccines right now. Like,
I'd say I've known many people like what was that one chick we worked with for a while, and she was like, "Yeah, ever since the Navy, I've never gotten sick because of all the shit they put me through." Like,
yeah.
and I'm like,
I get sick, but I don't get like fucking
sick.
Yeah. Fuck that shit.
Although I don't get the flu shot anymore. I always get the actual flu. I don't get like flu-like symptoms. I get every single symptom plus 1 or 2 more whenever I get the flu shot, without fail.
I get the flu, I want to say, like every 3 years.
I get laryngitis once a year, and that's just something I accept. But, yeah. But I enjoy getting it because I know the weather is about to turn really nice and warm. A little fun fact about me.
I just want to get rid of it. Like over this shit, bro.
Like Sweden and Norway, I think, were one of the countries, like when COVID first hit in like the mid-2020s, like April or June or whatever.
Australia.
No, Australia, that's a whole different thing. I'll get back to it in a second. But yeah, those like Norwegian countries, they were like, yeah, it's just a regular common cold. Stay in if you want, wear a mask if you need to, but yeah, just stay on if you're sick and that's it. And they didn't really have like a lockdown.
I mean, mind you, they're a lot smaller countries.
And they are much more like cleaner and just generally more polite towards people. Americans are kind of assholes. I'll admit that.
I'm not wrong.
I've traveled abroad with Americans before. We are loud, obnoxious, annoying people. And that's one of the first things they tell us in these programs. Like, hey, you guys might want to like not be annoying assholes because the world knows us for that. And we're trying to like show them that's not true. And then day one, like 90% of the group proved that right.
It's because we don't know how I look at
No, here's the thing. I was in high school when this happened, too. I was with a student ambassador program. I don't know how I got in there. And yeah, so that was like a big mission. It was like, promote peace through understanding and shit. Dwight D. Eisenhower. Shout out to people to people. But yeah, it was like the month of the year leading up to the trip. They just kept meeting us every month. And like at the start of like every meeting, they were just like, now remember everyone, we're representing America here. They know us all as loud, obnoxious, ignorant assholes. And they would say the word assholes to a bunch of 16-year-old kids, and they're like, don't make it true. And every month for a year, they would say this to us. And then, like, the third day or something, just everyone stopped giving a fuck. And it was just always known where the Americans were, because you could hear them, because other field trips were doing the same itinerary, just reversed from us. So we would hear them halfway across the hotel or museum or whatever, and we're like, oh, that's the RP group, fuck. And then they would say they'd hear us near side too, so it wasn't even anything. It was just very awkward. I try not to wear my shirt and lanyard very visibly. I try to wear a coat and cover it up. They're like, you gotta fucking show your thing. You're a part of a group. Like, I don't want to be part of this group, damn it. Look at them.
I want to be part of this group, but on the outline.
I want to be a spectator. Can I be a spectator, please? But yeah, so Australia is going through a whole bunch of shit, though.
What shit?
Well, they kind of are like, you know how when Australia was first founded, it was founded as like a prison for like English people, and just whatever the English Empire was like, yeah, you're in jail, but go to Australia. They're kind of like, they're kind, yeah, that's how the country. That's how the country got founded.
Wow,
it was a jail, and they just kind of like revolted. A fun fact: I live in Australia. PGP. But yeah, they're kind of dealing with the same thing. Multiple lockdowns. They're making camps for people who are still
in Texas.
I've not seen what's happening in Texas.
What's same shit. Yeah, same shit you're talking about right now.
Ooh, that's not good.
Yeah, there's literally a city in Texas where over half the population is in tents and like segregated from everybody else because they won't get the vaccine.
See, that's a problem.
Yeah, that's just crazy to me.
That's a problem.
Like,
now, granted, I can see the perspective of like, here's a bunch of sick people, let's keep them away from the rest of the population. But the way they're going about that, it looks exactly like Germany 1938.
It's getting real close. The fact that you have to have fucking papers, they're rounding up people, putting them in these fucking camps.
Remember, like 5 years ago, all around social media, you kept saying, like, who would turn in, like, why would someone turn someone into the Nazis or whatever? Mm-hmm. And then a few years later, you're like, oh, that's how someone turned the Nazis. They just get scared shitless by the media or the government or whatever, and now they're just going to, like, turn you in for sneezing or coughing.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time, just like in fucking World War II, where people are going to be calling that, or no, like in the Cold War, where people are like calling the government and saying they're Russians in their neighborhood.
Oh, yeah.
Like Gestapo. Yeah, like, I feel like that's going to happen. Like, if somebody's like, I found out this person's not vaccine, can you get them the fuck out of here?
He said to have vaccine cards, but he didn't have any symptoms when I got vaccinated.
Mm-hmm.
Come and retrieve them and throw them in the camps.
Bro, I just think people are just going to go put to jail. They don't have a literal good jail.
And against their will, strapped down and given a vaccine.
Yeah.
And then the person you rat on gets like extra rations that week.
There's some shit like that. You get $100 for telling somebody not to. They don't have a vaccine.
So fucked up.
Yeah, it's where we're going. That's literally where we're heading right
Granted,
now.
people see it as like the greater good is important, but you gotta understand individual liberties kind of hold precedence over this shit.
What? You have liberties? I thought Joe Biden said we don't need that shit.
Natural born rights, man.
I thought he said we don't need that shit. Like, you need the vaccine. You don't need your liberty. You don't need freedom.
Yeah, it was like Thomas Jefferson who said if you exchange your safety or your liberties for security, you don't deserve either or something. I'll probably put the quote right here, but yeah, it's scary. Even more scary than this damn virus. Like, I'm pretty sure I had the virus like twice already, and I survived.
I'm sure we all have had the virus.
That's the thing with that's another thing with restaurant employees, why we don't take this shit seriously. You know how many times I have come to work just sick as a dog, or someone else has come sick as a dog because we can't take off days because we still don't have sick days. We still don't. Unless we have COVID, we don't have sick days.
We have PTO.
Oh, we do now, but back then,
back then we definitely didn't have.
We absolutely did not.
Yeah.
We didn't work for corporate back then. But if you live in a small, like, mom and pop shop, they can't afford to give, like, sick pay. So you came in to work with the cold or the flu or whatever. You just took a bunch of medicine from CVS.
Sometimes you don't have time, or you don't have the money to go get insurance. Yeah. You don't have the money to go to the hospital to get checked.
The doctor's office is like a $500 fucking copay because you don't have insurance. And it's like, what's the doctor going to tell me? Take this over-the-counter medicine that you can get at any CVS.
Stay home, drink lots of fluids. And
like, dude, what the hell? Like, it's not going to do anything good. And you can't afford to miss work because most people in the restaurant industry live paycheck to paycheck, so they miss one day.
So sad.
It's extremely sad. It's morbid, really.
Mm-hmm.
It's just such a fucked situation. And then guess what? A lot of people did get, there was a lot of people who did not get sick in the restaurant industry. It did go around, but people didn't, like, collectively die. And I know that when you you expose your immune system to, like, smaller germs, when it comes to bigger germs, you have a much higher chance of, like, successfully fighting it off. So it's kind of going and doing with that a little bit, with people just...
Bro, there was a time where, like, literally every week somebody new had that shit.
Yeah.
Like, every other week,
sick,
like,
yeah.
bro, I was just like, yo, mask.
Lots of masks.
Yeah,
Cover your mouth when you cough or sneeze.
Yeah.
Wash your hands.
Whatever.
Yeah. Proper
Stay
hygiene.
clean.
Yep. Although, granted, there was good times. A lot of people, they thought they were just sick, but really they were just hungover from the night before. And, you know, that just happens very regularly.
That happens regularly in the restaurant industry. But,
We know a server who actually works better when they are
hungover.
They claim they're just
We know we're
infinitely
talking
better.
about you.
You know you are. We're not gonna say your name. We're not gonna give you away.
There's more than just one, but like there's one that you know for sure. You know what we're talking about.
They speak of it quite frequently, and there are others who are just like in denial about it. But people talk.
This shit was weak. When before that person, there was this one of our friends.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of her first times where she got wasted on. She had to go to work the next day, and she came in bawling. And like now, she can go get wasted almost every week, fucking night. Like it was, and like yeah.
Red Bull, water, solid.
Shit, fuck that. I put them on Powerade, alright? I put them on Powerade. That shit fucking revives you. I don't
Get that electrolyte.
Yo, you drink a Powerade and a half, you're good. Take a little coffee, and you're good for the day. Until like 4 o'clock, whenever hangover really is.
And like you're extra depleted because you've just been busting your ass all day.
Yeah, your body just like, fuck you.
You go home and you crash. There is no shower, eating dinner. Maybe you might get those two things.
Yeah, you might eat. You might want to eat, crush something, and then you go crash.
Yeah.
You got anything else, Steve?
I just keep thinking about the world we live in. Like the restaurant world, how crazy it is. The chaos that ensues, and then it's all so normal. But when like other people who don't normally experience this shit, like get a small taste of it, it just goes to shit. And then panic.
Bro, like when I first got to where we are now, like I've seen so much chaos and throughout my time, and like the chaos that they have is so minor.
It's so minor.
It's so little compared to the chaos I came from, and I'm like,
I didn't cover my TPS report, so God.
Like, I don't think you understand how good y'all have it. Like, people they really don't. Yeah, whatever. Like, I'll be like looking at these people that have been there for like a long time. They're getting upset about something so small. I'm like, bro,
minuscule, yeah.
You could not have like 60 of your coworkers here right now, and you're doing like 5 different stations instead of you just got to worry about this. And mind you, you don't have this one bottle of sauce.
That's it.
Like, this one bottle of sauce is destroying your day, huh? That's crazy to me. Yeah. The stupidity, like I wouldn't even say stupidity, like the ignorant bliss they have.
Yeah. Would you say it was glad we experienced sex and made us stronger, or should we actually like glorify our trauma?
Yeah, like, I hate to say that because, like, I remember when our old owners used to say that when you leave this place, anywhere you go,
it's gonna be easier.
It's gonna be so much easier, and blah blah. Like, that is not. That is not good. Like, mind you, it did build me to the person I am right now, and all, but. At the same time, the fact that you say those things...
How are you going to glorify how you traumatized us? How are you going to say, aren't you glad that I did that to you? Aren't you glad all the shit
that was like something like many years ago when he said that shit. And
dude, it's like, you know that drinking problem I gave you? You're welcome.
Bro, honestly, that's where I got my drinking problem, bro.
A lot of people get a drug and alcohol problem in this industry.
Honestly, I used to not be an alcoholic. And then I went
Yeah, when I first started working there, I never drank.
Yeah,
Like,
same.
never.
Not never, but I drank very few. If we did, remember we used to go to the fucking our spot on Sundays.
Yeah,
I used to get drink then.
One or two drinks.
One or two drinks.
It was that Sunday after our Sunday bullshit. And
Bullshit.
We never got wasted. We had 2-3 drinks, and we
I
just
think we
split.
had 3 drinks. I come in, I'll order one.
You
One
get
beer.
one beer.
I get one beer in the moment I get in. I crush that one. Get another one, and then I
sip
get
that
one more.
one.
Yeah, sip that one. Then I get one more. Yeah, 3. I think you got maybe 2, maybe 3 drinks.
If I got more drinks, because we got food. That's basically it. But then we drove home just fine.
And we're 100% fine.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
this year's went on.
And now I drink every fucking day. It's fucking terrible. It's so terrible.
So bad.
Yeah, if you don't want to be in the restaurant industry, just don't.
Yeah.
I don't care how much somebody wants to say. I feel like it's better not be in this industry unless you want to learn this field just as to be a good person. Because it really helps with people skills.
It does.
Do a year of restaurant and then go to whatever field and help you out a lot.
Mm-hmm. Time management and stress and time management and stuff like that. I always said if more people waited to work in the restaurant industry, there'd be fewer wars. Be much people a peaceful place because people understand shitty people more often. People are having a bad day and you have to smile.
People wouldn't feel so fucking entitled.
That too. That's
people feel so fucking entitled. And I feel like if they were to know what that person on the other side is fucking going through,
experiencing,
they wouldn't fucking be so shitty.
They'd probably have a little more compassion towards them, empathy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what this world needs. A little more empathy.
Yes. Yeah.
On that note,
this has been
2 cooks,
1 server. Thank you all for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, bell notification icon for reach notifications. We'll see you guys next time.
Also, for our audio only listeners, I am Ace.
No, Steve. Yeah, sorry, I forgot about that. It's been a while, all right?
I don't know why I just remember that right now, but we out.
See you guys next time.